Welcome to Military News Channel. 9 months into Russia's latest invasion of Ukraine, the outcome of the war remains unclear. The Russian military appears incapable of taking Kyiv or occupying a major portion of the country. Ukrainian forces have enjoyed 3 months of success on the battlefield and could well continue to make progress in regaining territory. The war also could settle into a more drawn-out conflict, with neither side capable of making a decisive breakthrough in the near term. Projecting the ultimate outcome of the war is challenging. However, some major ramifications for Russia and its relations with Ukraine, Europe, and the United States have come into focus. While the war has been a tragedy for Ukraine and Ukrainians, it has also proven a disaster for Russia, militarily, economically, and geopolitically. The war has badly damaged Russia's military and tarnished its reputation, disrupted the economy, and profoundly altered the geopolitical picture facing Moscow and Europe. It will make any near-term restoration of a degree of normalcy in US-Russian relations difficult, if not impossible, to achieve. This latest phase in hostilities between Russia and Ukraine began on February 24, 2022, when Russian President Vladimir Putin directed his forces to launch a major, multi-pronged invasion of Ukraine. The broad scope of the assault, which Putin termed a special military operation, suggested that Moscow's objectives were to quickly seize Kyiv, presumably deposing the government, and occupy as much as the eastern half to two-thirds of the country. The Russian army gained ground in southern Ukraine, but it failed to take Kyiv. By late March, Russian forces were in retreat in the north. Moscow proclaimed its new objective as occupying all of Donbass, consisting of the oblast's regions, of Luhansk and Donetsk, some 35% of which had already been occupied by Russian and Russian proxy forces in 2014 and 2015. After 3 months of grinding battle, Russian forces captured almost all of Luhansk, but they made little progress in Donetsk, and the battle lines appeared to stabilize in August. In September, the Ukrainian army launched 2 counteroffensives. One in the northeast expelled Russian forces from Kharkiv Oblast and pressed assaults into Luhansk Oblast. In the south, the second counteroffensive succeeded in November in driving Russian forces out of Kherson city and the neighboring region, the only area that Russian forces occupied east of the Dnipro River, which roughly bisects Ukraine. Despite 3 months of battlefield setbacks, Moscow has shown no indication of readiness to negotiate seriously to end the war. Indeed, on September 30, Putin announced that Russia was annexing Luhansk, Donetsk, Zaporizhia, and Kherson Oblasts, even though Russian forces did not fully control the territory and consistently lost ground there in the following weeks. The Russian military made up for battlefield losses by increasing missile attacks on Ukrainian cities, aimed in particular at disrupting electric power and central heating. As of late November, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and his government insisted on conditions that included Russian withdrawal from all Ukrainian territory, including Crimea and all of Donbass, compensation, and punishment for war crimes. While these are understandable demands given what Ukraine has gone through, achieving them would prove difficult. Still, Kyiv appeared confident that it could liberate more territory even as winter approached. After 9 months of fighting, the Russian military has shown itself incapable of seizing and holding a large part of Ukraine. While the war's outcome is uncertain, however the conflict ends, a sovereign and independent Ukrainian state will remain on the map of Europe. Moreover, it will be larger than the rump state that the Kremlin envisaged when it launched the February invasion. Whether the Ukrainian military can drive the Russians completely out or at least back to the lines as of February 23 is also unclear. Some military experts believe this is possible, including the